Good morning, everyone. This is Pastor Anthony, and today I want to read a passage from Psalm 121 that I hope will be helpful. It's been helpful to me when I'm tired or just looking for strength. And so I'm going to look to the right for just a moment to read this passage and then give some encouragement. Psalm 121 says, "I will lift up my eyes to the hills from whence comes my help. My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in from this time forth and even forevermore." You know, in the Old Testament, the reason why the writer here says that he looks onto the hills, his eyes looks upward, is because as they made their way up the hill, that's where Jerusalem was at, and they were headed towards the temple to worship. And many times we're either looking at our problem or we're looking down in discouragement when we ought to be looking up onto the hills from whence comes our help, which is the Lord. And so I want to encourage you today that the Lord will preserve your going out and your coming in, preservation to keep you. And so I'll leave you with this. I remember back in probably over 10 years ago, a lot longer than that, but I was working for a gentleman, and his wife, she would preserve some peaches, and she had them in these jars. And you know, it's interesting that as long as they were inside the jar, that they would be preserved. Now, she could have the greatest intentions, but if she opened up that jar and spread those peaches all on the table, just be a matter of days before those peaches would deteriorate and decay and be no use. And that's our life in some respect. When we allow the troubles, or we allow ourselves to be outside the will of God, and we could have the greatest intentions, but it's just be a matter of time before our lives begin to decay, our thought process and all of that would begin to be not of good use. But if we would be inside the jar per se, we would find preservation there. God will preserve us, and he will help us. Our thought process, we will find strength when we're in the will of God. We will find all that we need. And so I want to encourage you today to be in the jar. And what I mean by that is to be in the will of God, to pray, to seek, to know that he will give you strength, because the Apostle Paul says that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Isaiah tells us, "Those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up like wings like eagles, and they shall soar." And so today I pray that you would be blessed. I pray that you would be a champion for Christ, and that you would stop living ordinary lives but begin to live extraordinary lives. God bless you, and have a great